Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. As I promised, I am reviewing Big Brother Canada. It took your girl a few days to figure out how to work the link. I am not an IT girl, I am an accounting girl. But once I figured out the link, I watched both episodes in one sitting and I was hooked. I am hooked. I knew from Meet the Players on YouTube. I like the cast. I knew the cast I would enjoy. I love the mixture of personalities. And once I just saw how it was set up, I was like, oh, I am hooked. It's already better than that All Stars US tried to throw to us. But I'm hooked. Your girl is going to review. It's a couple of shows I want to drop anyway. Like, I'm over Basketball Wives and I'm this much over Bell Collective. I'm trying to decide because I love more competition reality shows. We all love a good dramatic reality show, but the drama is starting to become repetitive. And I haven't watched too much BB Can. I think I've watched one season when I had like the hookup. I'm telling on myself. When I had the hookup on my Fire Stick, I could see BB Can. And I watched a couple of seasons, but never all the way through. And I was into it, but it's so hard when you have to go out there and find it. So I don't know if I will review as a week as a whole and just review the whole get down for the week or review after each episode because I believe the lineup is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. We shall see, but y'all know how I review anyway. I'm just giving you my 2 cents. I want to make it funny. I want to make it fun. I just want to give what I think the lowdown is, who I think is doing good, who I think should go home, and just have a good time with it. We're here. I'm not digging deep down until every nuance of each person's personality. I'm not going to go into conspiracy theories. I will call out production every now and then. But I'm here for the fun of the game. I'm here for the strategy. I'm here for the fun of a nice, fair game. Canada, y'all said y'all were going to give us diversity. You gave us that. I'm happy to see it. And I want to see how it plays out. I really want to see how it plays out. Let's jump right into it. Number one, I did not watch any of BB Canada 8. So I have no clue what BB Canada 8's house looked like. But this moss, vine, grass, plant, field house is a no man for me. I don't like it. I don't care if we're trying to see who could, redo history better, whatever y'all strategy is, theme for the season. I would have rather you just got a new house, new decorations. I don't know. It just feels dirty to me. I don't like it. But moving on. We already went over the cast assessment, so I'm not going to go over that again. So we're just going to get into entering the house. I heard the big to-do in Canada is the live audience and all of that. It's COVID, child. Ain't nobody being live with an audience and all that. So I like Arissa Cox, whatever her name is. I like her. I've seen her before. I think she did a great job without the audience. So Kiefer and Tina are the first two in the house. If you go back to my cast video, they're the two older people. I said Kiefer and Tina, fingers crossed, I hope they aren't a first boot. I don't want them to be a first boot. Now, they said Canada voted for who they wanted to be the two captains, and Kiefer and Tina were voted captains. I said, really? Production, really? I don't know. I don't know how Canada is. I don't know how they roll. I wouldn't expect Tina and Kiefer to have the most votes out of everyone in the house. But hey, I'm happy they're both safe week one. They're captains. We're going to split up teams like Survivor, a good schoolyard. pick, take you back to elementary school. Who gonna be last child? I don't know. But that's how we're gonna do it this season. A lot of people don't like the Survivor style twist to the game. I'm here for any kind of twist. Any kind of twist. Let's see how long it goes. We know it's not going to be the whole season. So as long as it's not the whole season, I'm not mad at 2 or 3 weeks of this. So Tina and Kiefer, all the rooms are locked. They're allowed to go in this one room where they can watch everyone come in the house so they can kind of see who they want to be on their team, but they can't hear anything. I'm kind of happy they didn't hear anything, but cute. Let's move on. So in the room, we hear Kiefer say to Tina, you know, why don't we do a guys versus girls? And Tina automatically said, no, sir, we're not doing that. We're going to revisit that because I have a question for you, Tina. Like, if we're not going to do guys versus girls, why did you pick all the girls to be on your team? But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So everyone enters the house 4 groups at a time. All I want to say about group one looks good. Group 1 was the best dressed, hands down. Julie came in with them feathers. I said, yes, ma'am, Julie. You better give me fashion with them feathers and that waist snatched with that belt. I said, Julie, you look good. Hair, makeup was done. Beth came in with the white mini dress with them, kind of like the sleeves I have on in my jogging suit. You can't really see it all in the frame. But the big poetic sleeves, you know, oversized sleeves. I said, you better wear that dress, Beth. And then here comes Tyshawn. Oh yeah, he's fine. Like that little audition, whatever they did 90 seconds on YouTube didn't do him justice at all. He came in the house in that powder blue suit. And I don't even like the pedal pusher pants and gym shoes on the guys when they wear the suit. But I said, oh no, he looks too good. I like Tyshawn. I'm married, but I can still look. Kyle came in. He was just there. He just happened to be in the group of the good-looking people. I mean, most of the house, everybody in the house looked good. But group number 1 was dressed. They were dressed. Group number 2, they should have switched out LaToya for Kyle because LaToya was in group number 2. LaToya, Jed, Austin, Josh. LaToya came in and slayed. Now, I'm going to tell you this one right now with Miss LaToya. I just want a tour of your closet. I just want to see you model outfits. LaToya, both episodes, was dressed. I did not see her in a bummy outfit. And you know, in Survivor, what's this Big Brother? They good for having their favorite sweatshirt and pajama pants because, you know, we in the house. LaToya was dressed every time I saw her. She came in with that orange. Orange is my color. I believe orange looks good on all skin tones, especially melanated skin tones. She had on the accessories, the jewelry. You know, I'm a jewelry girl. This is not the channel that I do it on, but I do sell jewelry over on Instagram. But I just was looking at everything LaToya had put together. And I said, yes, ma'am. I just want to be in your closet, girl. I just want to be in your closet. I don't remember nobody else's outfits. I think that was it. When group 2 came in, Jetson and Ty locked eyes and said they were the undercover brothers, which just mean we the 2 black boys, we gonna stick together. I ain't mad at it. We gonna get into their little alliance later. The last group that came in was Brayden, Victoria, Tara, and Rohan, and I couldn't even tell you what they had on because group 1 and LaToya looked so good. So let's move on. Everybody in the house, all the doors are locked. Nobody can see their bedroom yet. So they just mingling. And then here comes Tina and Kiefer. And you know, Arissa announces we're going to pick teams and all that diversity. Diversity ain't the name of the team. One is Destiny. I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. I didn't take notes. I have a little bit of notes, but this is what I jotted down from my head because y'all know, if y'all not in Canada, y'all know we got to try to get the hookup on these links to watch the show. I was so excited that I got my link to work that I didn't want to pause it to go grab some paper and take notes. So I will do better with my notes going forward. But I don't remember the second team name. So I want to call it diversity, but it's not. Moving on. So we picking teams. This week is going to be a team challenge. No HOH. No veto. Everybody got to live in the same bedroom if you're on a team. I don't like that. 7 people in the room is too much. But we're going to start voting some people out, so we'll move on. And let's get to the team. So Tina has first pick. She picked Tyshawn, and then they go back and forth. So Tina has Tyshawn, Tara, Kyle, Beth, Victoria, Austin. Austin was the last pick on her team. That's kind of strange. Did I write them out of order? Kiefer has Jed, Toya, Josh, Julie, Rohan, and Braden. And Braden was the last pick. And he was in his feelings a little bit. But whoever was going to be last pick was going to be in their feelings. So, move on. Now, what I don't understand is Tina had an opportunity to at least pick up Rohan or Braden. And she chose to pick up Victoria, which wasn't a bad pickup because she won it for her team. And then Austin, I'm like, you didn't want to do all girls, but you only picked 2 guys out of 6. Like, you didn't even do half and half. It's your team, girl. Your team won, but it just seemed kind of strange to me that you would allow the guys to slip when you didn't want to do guys versus girls. But y'all get what I'm trying to say? It just seems strange to me. But I like Tina. Let me tell you something. Out of everybody on this show, outside of LaToya's closet, ooh, I want to be in her closet. Tina is my favorite. Tina is probably closest to me because we're the same age. Call it what it is. We both 42. Older people usually don't do well on Big Brother. Tina played picking teams so cool, calm, and collective. Like, she didn't have no sweat. She didn't have no nerves. She was just like, here your jacket. Here your thing, your shirt. Kiefer kind of played picking teams kind of goofy. And he kind of was like, I don't want to make a mistake. Like, Tina was cool with it. And I like Tina as a leader. I like Tina, period. I love her accent. She's one of my favorite players, and I think she has that calm personality that can maneuver through the game. But we're going to get to it. If I didn't say, we're going to go ahead and talk about episode 1 and 2 all in one. I'm not splitting up in 2 videos. The challenge, sludge buckets. Everyone has their ratio of sludge based on their body weight percentage, whatever that math calculation is. It's a strength challenge. Hold it up as long as possible. Great challenge. Exciting challenge. The only thing I would have added, if we're going to do Survivor, when you drop your bucket, sludge get dumped on your head. So that way, that's more motivation, especially for somebody like me who don't want to wash all of that stuff out of their hair. Oh, I'm holding it up. That was the only thing. The captains didn't participate. When the green or whatever color light went off, they could push buttons to add more sludge into anyone's bucket on the opposite team. I thought that was a great twist. Tina's strategy, fill up Jed. Jed, their strongest person, get him out first. Kiefer's strategy was to spread it across the board. Whose strategy really worked? I feel like Tina lucked into it. Let me tell you who won it for Tina's team, because Tina's team won. Victoria won it for Tina's team because Victoria was like, everybody seemed to be struggling. Let me act like I'm struggling. Like, oh, this heavy. And you know, Victoria has a personality in real life would get on my last damn nerve. I'm not a mean person at all. I'm more, when you first get to know me, I'm extremely shy. I'm not as outgoing as people may think I am because I can sit here and talk on YouTube. I'm really shy and kind of want to fill up to you. And so if you come to me with that overly bubbly, too loud, too much personality, I'm going to be like, Now, after I get to know Victoria, I might fall in love with her and be like, we could be loud and silly and bubbly together. But first meetings, that turns me off. I'm like, please calm down. Calm down. But why did I say all of that? I said all of that to say is Victoria had the personality and the challenge to where everyone else is struggling. She put on the act. Okay. I am so sorry. My camera died. I had to bring it back. And I'm old, so I done forgot what I was talking about. I think I was talking about Victoria winning the challenge. Let's just move on past that. Julie and Josh, I think Josh was actually the first one to drop. And it ended up being between Victoria and Rohan for each team. And Victoria pulled it out. Congratulations to Victoria at the end of the day. I'm happy that her team won. Kiefer as a captain is safe. One of the 6 people on Kiefer's team has to be voted out. The only thing I think that is unfair is they could have at least had some kind of safety competition where, like, say, you 6 are up for elimination, and out of you 6, we're going to play some kind of competition. So at least 2 of you or half of you could be safe. I thought it would have been more fair, but I ain't a producer of the show. If it's a tie game, Tina gets to break the tie. Another thing I didn't like about the rules of this week is if we're going to play Survivor style Big Brother, only the losing team should be able to vote. Why does the whole house get to vote? I feel like that's very unfair because really the winning team could pick whoever they want and just say, okay, y'all out, and Tina just breaks the tie. But whatever. Let's move over to the next episode because the next episode was really good. Like I said, I didn't take notes, so if this is out of order, forgive me. But I really right now just want to talk about the alliances that I saw forming. The first alliance we saw was Ty, Jedson, LaToya. I call them Black Lives Matter. I know they'll probably come up with an official name later, and I'll switch to calling them that. But I call them the Black Lives Matter Alliance because they're all the black people. I like the alliance. They come together. They want to talk about who they want to vote out. I believe they settled on Julie because they said Julie got a big mouth and probably won't be able to keep a secret and to stir up trouble. We shall see. The one thing I don't like about their alliance is, okay, say LaToya and Justin want to get rid of Julie on their team. Ty's team, why would they want to get rid of their weakest player? For Ty to stick his neck out with his team to try to convince them to go for Julie, I thought it would show his cards, and it would show the Black People Alliance. It would show their cards. It's already, I hope this don't sound too controversial, but to me, it already off top would look like the Black people want to work together. I mean, that's why you want more diversity on the show, so the Black people can have some people to work with, because they're always knocked out of the big alliance. I'm so happy I didn't see some huge group of 8 come together and just want to start picking people off. Like, I'm happy I see little mini alliances, and I hope to see the mini alliances intermingle. That's the kind of Big Brother I like. I don't want to just see no big, strong group of 8 start picking people off. But anyway, that's the Black People Alliance. I saw it coming. I feel like they need at least 2 more people, at least 1 more person of diversity. Like, not Brayden, not Victoria. Like, they need Austin, because I heard, I don't know, Austin and Jed might be a thing. So they need to wrap in Austin, or maybe even a Tina. Like, they need some diversity in that alliance, or it's just gonna look like all the black people are working together. All the black people seem to be the strongest physically in the house, and it'll be easy for everybody else to say, we won't vote them out not because they black, but because they're an alliance and they're strong. So they need to diversify that group. Next, I saw the dolls. I like the dolls. The dolls are probably the dolls are probably the alliance I would love to work with the most, just because they probably would be my personality fit of the show. Julie, Braden, Austin. I said cute. I said for the same reason that the Black People Alliance need to diversify, you all need to diversify too, because it just looks like all the LGBT is in this alliance, all the like the dolls. And you guys didn't try to hide your alliance. Like Toya, Jed, and it's gonna take me a minute to get everybody named. Ty was like, okay, we cool. Okay, split. Let's go hang out with other people. It seemed like the dolls only want to hang out with the dolls, and that's it. Pussy Power. I don't know why I'm giving everybody these names. I like the Pussy Power Alliance. It was Tina, Victoria, and Beth, and I feel like they need to grab Tara and have a just four women's alliance. I can see that alliance lasting the longest because you don't have any outright threats right there. Like, it doesn't look like the strongest people are in that alliance. It doesn't look like the people who are about to get on your last nerve, except for Victoria. Like, Victoria in that house would get on my last nerve. But she's good for TV. TV loves that bubbly, loud personality, but just not me. You don't have people getting on your last nerve in that alliance. It doesn't look like you have a lot of fire starters in that alliance, like people who want to throw stuff out there to start mess. I feel like they could lay low and turn it at the end. I like them. Everybody in that alliance I like. Like, this season probably is going to be hard for me. I think I need to just watch more to see who works my nerve and turns me off, to see, okay, they can go. Because it's going to be hard to see people go, because this is a season where up front I really like everybody. So after the challenge, we see everybody finally get to go in their individual rooms, and the losing team gets to eat slop. The winning team gets a meal. I thought that was great because that's already causing conflict, especially when people they hungry. And I'm happy they went to separate rooms. I felt like it would have started more conflict if everybody had to sit down and eat their food at the table. And you got to watch me eat. I saw somebody with fried chicken. It looked like everybody had some good food. If I have to watch you eat some good food and I'm sitting here eating on slop, I'm going to be pissed. But they let them go to separate rooms. I would have made them all eat together. But that's just me. What else happened? My first thoughts. Who should go? If it was Angie playing, I'm on the winning team, I want the strongest person to go. For some reason, they think their strongest person is Rohan, because it was Rohan against Victoria. Rohan only lasted longer than Jetson because Tina was killing Jetson with that sludge. Every time that light went off, she was like, Jetson. For him to hold it up as long as he did, and he had the most stuff out of everybody on the platform, was amazing. Jetson is the strongest person of that team. Probably of the house. I don't know how he compares to Tyshawn. I understand Tyshawn. That's your friend. But is he gonna share the money with you? I mean, y'all just met 2 days ago. Is he gonna share the money with you? Justin gotta go. Justin has to go. And that would have been point blank and period on Angie's team. But see, I ain't on the show. For whatever reason, they want to try to get out Rohan. I want Rohan to stay because Rohan wants to be the villain of the show, and every show needs a villain, and I want to see if he does it. I kind of feel like he gonna backpedal and pussy pop over being the villain, but we shall see. Someone throws Josh's name out there, and then Julie's name is thrown out there. I want to know what Josh did because I remember the conversation in the bathroom. The Pussy Power Girls was like, we could save Josh for whenever we want to get rid of Josh because nobody in the house likes him. Let's get rid of Julie. And then I want to know, what did Tyshawn say to his team to get them from wanting to vote out the other team's strongest person to the other team's weakest person in Julie. Like, I just wanted to see more of how the conversations went. I know you can only show so much on the actual show, and once live feeds come up, I personally am not going to watch live feeds for Canada. I don't have that kind of time, but I do watch live feed updates that people post on Twitter, and I might listen to people, during the week while I'm at work, listen to people tell me the tea from the live feed so I can keep up. But I'm not going to watch them. So we will discuss live feeds a little bit, but it's usually going to be secondhand. What were some of the big dramas of the week? First, Josh wants to have a conversation with Julie. And he's jealous. Josh is jealous because he's not in what he calls the Pretty Boy Alliance. Now, everywhere on Twitter, the Pretty Boy Alliance must be some huge thing with Big Brother Canada. I ain't never heard of it, so I don't know what it's about. But he said it's the Pretty Boy Alliance 2.0. It's Kyle, Rohan, of course, Jed and Ty. And so he was like, we got to get one of the pretty boys out. Josh wants to go vote for Rohan on his team. I guess when it's your team, you don't want to vote out Jed, but I can understand. I don't want Jed and Ty to let Kyle and Rohan be too close to their alliance, because if I know for a fact, if the perception of those four guys start to work together, all you need is a perception. Them girls gonna get y'all out. I need Ty and Jed to distance themselves from every other male in the house. Like, okay, you got LaToya, y'all need to pick up Austin. I'm telling y'all need a Tina, a Tara, a Beth. Y'all need to diversify that Black people group quick. So Julie can't keep this tea to herself. She has to go tell, I don't remember everybody that was in the pantry, but I know LaToya was one of them in there. She has to go tell LaToya and all the other girls, Josh said it's a Pretty Boy 2.0, and Josh is paranoid. I don't know what he thinking. He want to get rid of Rohan. So Toya, in her mind, is like, I knew this bitch. She didn't say bitch. We ain't gonna do that right now. Maybe later on in the season. She's like, I knew Julie wasn't going to be able to keep her mouth shut. I knew she was going to be a problem. So that's all LaToya needed to hear to go be like, yes, it's Julie. And then Julie is in the pantry admitting, why do I have such a big mouth? I'm like, girl, you supposed to be the super fan. You supposed to be the one everybody says tried out for the show 6-7 times, and you finally made it, and you want to have a big mouth. You want to start up all the controversy night one, week one. You didn't have to say nothing about what Josh said. If you would have been quiet, I'm sure the vote would have been between Josh and Rohan. But you wanted to start mess. You wanted to prove LaToya right. And as of right now, LaToya has some pull in the game. So there's another clip where Julie, I want to say she's talking to Josh and they're talking about something. because Josh tells Julie, some people been having your name in their mouth, and Latoya was one of them. Girl, you might be going home. And Julie is like, me? I'm about to go home. I can't go home. I ain't even told my story yet. And then bam, very next clip, they playing Never they playing Never Will I Ever. And somebody was like, okay, it's time for people to tell their story. Who all here like boys? I said this is the most tactless, very tacky way of finding out who's in the LGBT. I just found it odd. Like, and then Jed went on to say, well, if you all aren't uncomfortable, go ahead and tell us your coming out stories. And so everybody had to tell their coming out stories. I'm not about to go through everybody coming out story. Y'all watched just like I watched. Of course, Julie had opportunity to tell her story, and she said she had to come out twice. Once as a gay male, and then second, she felt she was in the wrong body, so she had to come out again as trans. And I believe Tina didn't tell her story, or they didn't show Tina tell her story. I feel like Tina's story would have been probably the most interesting because Tina is my age, and I know coming out back, when were we teenagers? In the 90s, is not the same as people who are coming out now, because it's so much more accepted now. And it's not, I'm not saying everyone is accepting. It's still a lot of work that still needs to be done. People still need to get up with the times. I mean, I can't tell people how to feel or what to view, but I feel like people are a lot more understanding. They're a lot more love who you love, inclusivity. Like, I just feel like Tina's story, it was a lot harder to come out back in the 90s, because this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But like, when I look at when I was in high school, I don't recall anybody coming out in high school. You heard, little whispers or whatever, but no one in my class in high school I can recall being openly gay. But when I look, because we keep up with everybody on social media, and I see how many people are out now that were in high school with me and I didn't know, that's how I know it's harder, because I don't think people are cruel. But I think, like, because when I talk to my son about it now, and because I don't believe in none of that hate, and he was like, Mom, people gay, we don't care. It's nobody cares about anything like that anymore. And then Latoya put the period on the conversation, because she was like, I'm bisexual, and she was like, my friends and family know I'm bisexual, but I've never told the masses. So she said, I guess I'm coming out to the masses now as bisexual. And she was like, I don't feel like I should have to come out, period. Heterosexual people don't have to come out. And a part of me agrees with that, because I've seen this argument before on Twitter and Instagram, where why does someone who is gay, lesbian, bisexual, any of the LGBT have to wear a sticker to say, I'm gay, I'm bi, I'm a lesbian? Like, why do they have to announce their sexual preference, where when I walk down the street, I don't have to come up to you and be like, I'm straight? You into it? Like, I wish we could get to the point in society where people don't have to feel like they have to come out and announce their sexuality to the world or just to everyone. We're not there yet, but hopefully we will continue to have progress. But I liked how Latoya put the period on it. Like, okay, you told your story, I'm by two, you're going home. Because I'm telling you, we already know what happened. So now we get to the House vote. I don't like the shady anonymous questions, because I felt like some people got lowball questions, and Latoya and Julie got the shady questions, like how you gonna ask Latoya, well, were you really talking about Julie behind her back? And I would have been, I liked how Latoya answered it. I liked how Latoya answered it because she was like, yeah, I said Julie's name. We got to vote one of the 6 people out. I said everybody's name. We were having discussions about the vote. Bitch. I said I wasn't going to say bitch, but you know what it is. And so then I peeped something else. Julie went to go confront Latoya in the bathroom. And let me tell you, Latoya, you look good in that swimsuit. I wish I could wear, like, I just shout out your brand name. Have you shouted it out? Somebody put it in the comments. I want to go look just at more of her fashions. Like Latoya, I love her clothes. I liked how Latoya, and a lot of this has to do with being a police officer. She is the type of police officer who I see can not add fuel to the fire, because she was like, I felt like Julie wanted a reaction out of Latoya and Latoya didn't give it to her. Latoya was like, you're not about to pull me out of my character. I'm going to the hot tub. And she played Julie Dust. They asked Julie a question about who was the weakest person on her team, and she said Josh. But you know, once you get ready to vote, you're not really changing too many people's mind. So everyone voted. Julie went home 12-2. I'm a little bit sad about it. I wanted to see more Julie. I wanted to see, I liked Julie's personality. She wouldn't have got on my nerve. Me and Julie probably would have been there. Well, if Julie went out first, I probably would have went out second. I don't know. But I would have had a good time having fun with Julie in the house. I'm always sad to see someone who says they're a super fan and tried out for all these years and they have to go home first. That was sad. But somebody has to go home first. It could have been Josh for me. It could have been Josh. I don't see Josh doing anything, especially now that Julie's gone. Like, who is he going to go run and tell some information to? Brayden? I don't know. Brayden, where you going to go? Where are the dolls going to go now that Julie is gone? Do the dolls break up or do they bring Josh in? I don't know. They could go out and recruit Beth. I don't know. But we shall see. But that's it. That was episodes 1 and 2 of Big Brother Canada. Definitely get in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this episode. First 2 episodes, I thought they were great. Like I said, I'm already hooked. I saved my little link to my favorites on my laptop so I can always get back to it, and fingers crossed that it always works. And I can't wait to talk to you all about this season. So I guess until Monday, I'll see y'all later. Bye.